Good day, everybody. I hope that you are well and also hope that you are having a good day so far. Today, we'll be doing our grade 5 English lesson on dictionary skills. And before we start, we're going to log on to aplusstudents.ca. Once we've logged on to aplusstudents.ca with our username as well as our password, and then we're going to select the subject of English Language Arts, grade 5. And then we're going to scroll down up until we get to the chapter of dictionary skills. All right. So when it comes to dictionary skills, right? We said our chapter is dictionary skills. Our subject is English language arts, grade 5. And the lessons that we are going to be focusing on under the chapter of dictionary skills is to use guide words, and also to use dictionary entries. All right. So when it comes to guide dictionary skills, right? Remember, when it comes to dictionary skills, dictionary is a book with different words and its meanings, right? So if you want to specifically look for a word that you do not understand, or even literally multiple words, then you can go to a dictionary, because there you will find the word alphabetically. It will be in alphabetical order. And these words will then give you the meaning. It will even give you different meanings of that one specific word, because usually you'll have one word that will have different meanings, right? So that is what the dictionary will give you. right. So when it also comes to dictionary skills, right, then there are guide words. So it's like I said that when with dictionary words, right, if you're looking for a specific word, and then you can go to the dictionary and it will give you different words with its meanings. But when also looking for words and its meanings, right, there are certain guide words or words that guide you to when it comes to looking for specific words. And we said that these words, right, especially if you're looking for words within a dictionary, the words are alphabetically. So on each page within the dictionary, you'll have a word right on top of the dictionary, right on top of the page, and you'll also have the word, the last word on that page, and we call those guide words. So the first word specifically will tell you, um, let's say the first letter or the first and second letters as to all the other words thereafter with the similar letters, right? Because we're talking about it going alphabetically. And then the last word will also tell you which specific words you will find in between those words. All right. So guide words, right? We said guide words, it appears on each page of a dictionary, right on top of each page. And they basically tell you the first word as well as the last word on the page. And then whatever other word in between those pages will then be the words that will tell you either what comes next or what comes after, right? So it means that the words that you're looking for needs to be in between the guide words, which is, for example, let's say your word starts with A, B, and your last word is, for example, ABS, right? Then whatever words that starts with ABABS, it will be in between these two words. All right. So, question: what is the difference between a dictionary, a thesaurus, and an encyclopedia? Right. Okay. So a dictionary, right? It basically has words where you will only find the meanings of those words, right? So the dictionary, you will find the meaning of the word. And then let's say, for example, you have one word with three different meanings, and then they will give you all the meanings of that specific word and they'll number it, right? They'll also maybe tell you if it is a verb, if it's a noun, if it's an adjective, or so on. That is a dictionary. Then you have a thesaurus, right? A thesaurus is a book that will give you words, but it will also give you similarities of that word. It will give you synonyms of that specific words. So let's say in a dictionary you are looking for the word um, base, right? Just so I'm just thinking of any word. So in the dictionary, they will give you the meaning of. They will first tell you if it is a synonym, if it's a adjective, if it's a noun, if it's a verb, or so on, and then they will give you the meanings of all of the words that means, or all of the meanings of the word base. But with a thesaurus, right? A thesaurus, you will have the word base, for example. They will tell you if it's an adjective, if it's a noun, or so on. And then they will give you like only a one sentence meaning. not an expanded meaning. They only give you one brief meaning of what they think base means. And then you will get a lot of synonyms of the word base. So a a thesaurus, you will basically have synonyms of these words. So now they'll give you all the synonyms, words that are the same or almost the same as the specific word that you are looking for. That is within a thesaurus, right? And then we have an encyclopedia. So before I continue, do that is was a dictionary. We have a then an encyclopedia. An encyclopedia is basically a book that gives you information on different subjects or different things that you are looking for or different aspects of a specific subject, right? And with an encyclopedia is also alphabetical order. So a dictionary, the words are alphabetical order. Encyclopedia, the words are in alphabetical order as well as in a thesaurus, right? A dictionary only gives you words and the meanings of all the words, right? A thesaurus, you will have the word and all the synonyms of that word. And an encyclopedia, right, it basically gives you information on the different subjects or aspects of different subjects, and they are also in alphabetical order. That is the most simplest explanation that I can give you, if that makes sense. I'm glad you asked the question because sometimes that is quite tricky. It's the difference between thesaurus and a dictionary, because you can use a thesaurus to also look for for the meaning of a word, but thesaurus will only give one definition of a word, whereas a dictionary will give you multiple definitions of a word, right? Like, for example, if you look at the word bass, right? Bass can either mean sound, right? Or bass can be, let's say, think of the base of a bed, right? Something at the bottom. Or base can be, let's say, your base word, which is your a word when you have prefixes and suffixes, right? So there's different meanings to the word. So in a dictionary, you will get different meanings to that word. Whereas with the thesaurus, they'll give you one meaning, but they'll give you all the synonyms of that word, words that means the same as base, right? And then thesaurus is where you're looking for subjects, information on different subjects or aspects of a subject, right? All right. All right, so if we continue, right, so we said that within a dictionary, we have guide words. So even within a thesaurus, you'll have guide words, um, you'll have your first word as well as your last word, and every other word basically on that page between your guide words needs to be in alphabetical order, right? So in order to put words right in alphabetical order, because remember we said that we have our guide words, right, which is your first word on the page as well as your last word on the page, and then any other words that comes in between these guide words needs to be in alphabetical order. And in order for us to put these words in alphabetical order, we need to put them in an order by their first letter. Let's say, for example, we have bed, then we have bee, and then we have bird, and maybe we have, let's say, base, base, right? So if we look at these four words, when it comes to a guide words, right, or dictionary skills, then these words needs to be in alphabetical order, which means that bed, for example, base will be the first word, and then we have bed, and then we have bead, and then we have bird. Because remember, we need to first look at the first word, and if the first word is all the same, we look at the second word. And if we look at the second words, A comes before E comes before I. But if, let's say, for example, the second words are all the same, then we look at the third word. And if we can see, D comes before E, right? All right, and I just made an example where we say that if the first letter is the same, then we look at the second letters. If the second letters are the same, we look at the third letters, and so on and so on, right? Up until you find that or you be able to put these words in alphabetical order. Remember, alphabetical order is not just by looking at the first word and saying, okay, A, B, C, D. No, you need to, if all of your words, the first words are the same, we look at the second words. If the second words are the same, we look at the third word, and so on and so on. Then, if one of the words, right, is shorter and there are no more letters to compare, then the shorter word comes first and in alphabetical order. For example, look at the word be and look at the word bed, right? So we say that we first, in order for us to put this word in alphabetical order, we the first letters. So the first letters are both B, right? Now we're going on to E. Both of these letters are also E. But now B is only BE, but then bed has got BED. So which means that B will be before bed. Because the shorter word is before the longer word. It depends on the dictionary. If you're going to get a dictionary that is more for kids, right? And then it means that it's going to have less words than a dictionary for adults, right? And of course, depending on the type of dictionary that you are buying, you get like dictionaries that is more smaller than other dictionaries that are way bigger. You'll have dictionaries that is extremely big, right? And that probably has, let's say, all of the words that you're looking for in there. But if you have more dictionary for kids, then I'm sure you're not going to find as much words in there as an adult dictionary, because they will give you more likely words that will be child friendly, right? That kids mainly use, compared to bigger words that adults mainly use within dictionaries, especially, let's say, if you go to the university and then you are going to use a different type of a different type of dictionary to a grade 5 student, right? Does that answer your question? I would prefer a dictionary. I would prefer a dictionary. Remember, when it comes to dictionaries, you basically, there's always, when it comes to writing, when it comes to speaking, when it comes to, let's say, going to school, you always hear new words, read about new words, right? So then you'll basically use your dictionary will basically be your best friend. Especially if you want to either become a writer, you want to be a journalist, you want to become a lawyer, and you're going to be reading a lot. Even us as teachers, dictionaries are basically our best friend, because we need to be able to know all the different new words. We need to know the concept compared to just an encyclopedia is not something that you use mainly compared to a or mostly compared to a dictionary. You're welcome. Use a dictionary. If you want words that are similar, let's say, for example, you are writing a let's say you're writing an essay, then most definitely you'll need a thesaurus, right? Because you don't just want to continuously write boring words all the time, right? So you don't just want to say that whatever the word is. Let's say you were to write an essay about something, right? So remember, when it comes to writing how you speak, then sometimes writing how we speak can become, it can be, I'm not sure if the word is bland, but it's not gonna be as expressive as if you were to use words that are similar to the words that you want to use. So the more bigger the words you use, the more better marks, or more marks you'll be getting, because they'll say like, oh, okay, he's using more interesting words to describe something. So instead of saying, oh, I am clever, you can use the word I am smart, right? So then you use a thesaurus to look for the synonym of a specific word, to find words that are the same or almost the same. You're welcome. No, don't say that you are nothing. Remember, guys, we are all different. We are unique. We matter. We are loved. You and remember, being loved starts with yourself, right? Once you start loving yourself first, once you walk with confidence, once your self-esteem is, top notch, then others will also see the love that shines through you. They will also love you because you love yourself, right? Your confidence will speak for itself. So you're not alone. You have a group of students that you've never met, that are here to encourage you, right? I am in South Africa on the other side of the world, and I do care about you also, right? So you're not alone. You have us, and just love yourself, be true to yourself. Yeah. All right. So now we're going to aplusstudents.ca, and we're going to use guide words. And we said, when it comes to guide words, right? Guide words appears on each page of a dictionary. They tell you the first word and they tell you the last word on the page that's in the dictionary. And the other words on the page, they come between the guide words. So the guide words are there to tell you, okay, so this is the first word on the specific page and it starts with this letters, right? And then you look at the last word, and then all the other words in between. The specific words will be in alphabetical order, but it will be in alphabetical order between the guide word that is in the first word as well as the last word. And in order for us to put the words, like we said, in alphabetical order, we need to put them in order by the first letters. If the first letters are the same, we look at the second letters. If the second letters are the same, we look at the third letters, and we just continue, and so on and so on. Sorry. All right, so let's go to our test. We are going to be using guide words. We need to say which word will come between these words. It says you find the word. Would you find the word walk on a dictionary page with the guide words wine and week? So look at this word. We have the words wine. Oopsie, sorry. We have the words wine, which is WHINE, and week. Now they want to know, would we find the word walk between these two words? Walk. Yes or no? All right, so no, we will not find the word walk between these words on the same page as this word, because walk, especially the second word, a, comes with it. So no. So no is correct. All right. They want to know, would you find the word protest? Would we find the word protest on the page with the following words? Painter and pennies. Would we find the word protest between painter and pennies? Look at the second word, the second letter. All right. And if we were to see if the word protest will be between the word painter, or let's say basically on the same page as painter and pennies, then we would say no, because protest will be on a different page after painter and all right. Would we find the word exhaust? Would we find the word exhaust on a dictionary page with the following guide words? Elevator and evident. Elevator and exhaust. Will you find the word exhaust anywhere between elevator and exhaust? And evident. All right. And if we were to choose if we would find that word exhaust on the same page as the following guide words, then nope, we won't because exhaust will be after evident, right? And then have would we find word would we which word would you find on a dictionary page? Which word will we find on the dictionary page with the following cattle and coral? Look at these two words, right? Which word will be between cattle and coral? Look at the second word specifically. Will we find chew that will be on the same page as cattle and coral or cruise? All right. And if we were to choose the correct one, yes, so we will find chew, right? Because chew comes somewhere between, especially H will come somewhere between A and O. So well done. Chew is correct. All right. Would we find the word help? Would we find the word help between the word home and hustle? So would we find the word help before the, or let's say between, or let's on the same page as home and hustle? Help. All right. So no, we won't because if we look at help, the second letter of help is E, and E comes way before O. So nope. So well done. No is correct. All right. Let's look at the next one. It says, would you find the word, gleam, Gleam, gleam. Would you find the word gleam on a dictionary page with the following guide words, which is garment and grove? Gleam. Look at the second letter, L. Will you find L between A and R? And yes, we will find the word gleam, especially we will find L between A and R. Gleam we will find between garment and grove. All right, so now we're going to be using use dictionary entries, right? As I said earlier on, when it comes to a dictionary, right, you will basically find your word and then they will tell you how to pronounce the word. Then they will either say if the word is a verb, an adjective, a noun, pronoun, pronoun, sorry, if it's a noun, if it is a adverb and so on. And then they will give you all of the meanings of that specific words, right? That is how we use dictionaries. And we said you will have your guide words, and then the first word and the last word will guide you as to whatever words needs to come in between those words, and the words need to be alphabetical order. All right, so we said that let's look at this one. It says select the pronunciation in the dictionary. So in a dictionary, we will have our word, right? So say for example, our word is follow. This is our word. So you'll have your word. So let's say the word is follow. That is in your dictionary. Then also in the dictionary, so there we have. Then also in the dictionary, we have our pronunciation. That will tell you how you need to say the word or spell the word or pronounce the word, right? We have a pronunciation and they will basically tell you how you need to say that word. I think follow. So follow, right? Then they will either tell us if it is a verb, if it is a noun, or so on. Then once you see the number when once you see that it means that they will give you the different meanings now of that specific word. So here we have follow, which is our word. We have the pronunciation of how to say the word. This word follow is a verb, right? Or let's say this verb is following or being followed. Then here we have three meanings of follow is to go after something, and here they're giving us a meaning. They're giving us an example of it. Then the second one is to go after along a path or road. And here they're giving us an example. We followed Route 66 into California. And in the third example, or let's say the meaning is to act in agreement with. And an example is please listen carefully and follow the directions, right? So now they want us to say, to identify. Here it says select the pronunciation in this dictionary entry. What is the pronunciation in this dictionary entry? Is it follow? This is it the word? Is it this which is follow? Is it the verb? Is it following? What is the pronunciation within that sentence? Yes. So if we were to identify our pronunciation, then follow is our pronunciation within that entry. All right, let's go to our test, right? All right, so we're going to selection within this dictionary entry, right? Is it serve? So the word serve, do we have a word serve? They want to know what is our the pronunciation within this entry. Here we have serve, and it is pronounced as serve. It's a verb, served. It is to prepare something for other people to eat or to use. It is to help other people and to start a game. So option one, two, or three. Is it what? Is it serve? Is it check? The pronunciation. So pronunciation. It's how we pronounce something. All right, and if we were to select the pronunciation, then yes, we will choose option two, serve. That is how we pronounce the word. That is the pronunciation. Option two is correct. Well done. Select the entry word. What is the word? The word they're giving us the meaning of the word. Is the word over there thin? Is the word check? Is the word thinner? Is the word thin? Is it chick? Is it thinner? All right. And if we were to select the word, then it is option one, which is thin, right? That is the word, not in those other situations. What is the part of speech? It says force. That is how it's written. It is a noun. Forces, strength, or power. What is the part of speech? A noun? Is it chick? Is it force? The part of speech. Like, is it an adjective? Is it a verb? Is it a noun? What is the part of speech of the word force? All right, so if we were to select our part of speech, then it would be a noun. Yes, and a noun is correct. It is a noun. All right, so select the fourth sample sentence in the entry. The sample sentence, which means that you're going to go to the fourth meaning. Go to the fourth meaning. That's the first meaning. That's the second meaning. There's a third meaning. Here's a fourth meaning, right? Now they want you to go to the sample sentence. They would give us an example of that meaning. So number four says the fourth meaning is a disc containing sound or music. And then we have the sample sentence. Is it what? Is it Mr. Shepherd still listens to old, or is it chick? Yes, so which means that option two is correct because that's the only sample question that's there or sentence that's there. So well done. All right, let's do the last one. It says, write, select the entry word. What is the entry word? What is the word that we're looking for? Like we are searching the specific meaning of the entry word. Is it fresh? Is it chick? Or is it adjective? All right, so our entry word is fresh. And yes, fresh is correct. All right, so that's now the end of our lesson or our session on dictionary skills. We basically learned how to use guide words. Remember, our guide words within a dictionary will be the first word as well as the last word on that specific page. And the first and the last word on that page will tell you what words to look at basically within a dictionary, and every other word in between those words needs to be in alphabetical order. We also need to use our dictionary entries where you will have the word, the pronunciation, the parts of speech, your meanings, as well as a sample sentence. All right, so that is the end of our lesson on dictionary skills. Thank you very much, grade fives, for joining the class. You should have a good evening further. Till next time, goodbye. You're welcome. You're welcome.